testing. Okay, sorry about all that. Let's get started finally. This is the first time I've actually tried hooking up anything to the PlayStation 3 like this and tried to stream it. So, if there's any issues, please let me know. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Let's see what we're gonna play. Let me switch screens here. Okay, it looks good on my end. Let's get started. Before we start Max Payne 3, I'm gonna play the Simpsons a little bit because I don't get to play that game that often. I don't really have this hooked up too much. Hopefully that'll change. So we'll play this. Unfortunately, they haven't re-released this on consoles since. Luckily, I never deleted it, so that's nice, I guess. Sometimes I suppose fear of the future pays off when you're scared to delete something. It would have been nice if they released this on consoles back in the day, but I believe Konami had the rights to only publish for, or I think publish and develop Simpsons games for arcade as well as home computers, where I believe Activision, I think it was Activision, could be Acclaim, one of those companies. I believe it was Activision though, and then LJN. I think it was like a combo, like they could do stuff for like home consoles, but not the arcade game. And I'm sure Konami would want to lease out their stuff to them. If I sound like I'm shouting or repeating myself because I can't hear myself, it's because I am. I only had noise canceling headphones and they work really well. And unfortunately, it makes it hard to talk sometimes. Or it makes it feel like it is. Alright, so we're going to do a local game because I doubt they're even doing online stuff anymore. And I don't want to waste your all guys' time trying. Alright.
Homer!
Alright, X is jump, square is punch, got it. Haven't used the PlayStation 3 controller in a while, it feels kind of spongy. And F you. Remember the first time I saw this game, it was in a miniature golf place. They had like a little arcade, you could go inside. I saw this and the Ninja Turtles game for the first time. I thought they looked just like the cartoon. I couldn't tell the difference. At the time, it looked better than anything at home, as arcade games often did. Probably wasn't until like the Dreamcast days where we started to get like arcade perfect ports. They got pretty close with Tekken on PlayStation and made up for it with the bonus stuff though. I really like this game because it was made during the earlier seasons of The Simpsons, and it kind of has that janky animated look that The Simpsons kind of lost over time, especially when it went HD. I didn't know Homer could move like this. I'm glad he can though. Let's not complain. I like in Konami beat 'em ups where they like flash when they get close to death. Kind of encourages you a little bit. Oh no, not my precious life. Here I come. Dang. Appreciate the little dance.
Come back here with my cake.
Blow up your balloon and go after Maggie. Ready? Go!
Not good at button mashing games. I've done it with the arcade stick before, but I can't do it with the controller very well. I once played this game with a Street Fighter fight stick. Oh, it's Santa's little helper. I've seen like cell phone games that try to be like spiritual successors of this game. They never quite caught the magic. I hope one day they get like the people that worked on the Ninja Turtle Shredder Revenge game to make a sequel. That'd be pretty cool. I think the last console Simpsons game we got was the one based, well, it wasn't based off of the movie, but it came out around the same time. It actually was kind of cool. It had special animated scenes just for the game. Fortunately, it was later Simpsons, so. But it was kind of cool how they had parodies of like other games. Virtual Bart did that a little bit. Not the best game, but I enjoyed it back in the day. So far, streaming the 2D games on PlayStation 3 doesn't look too bad. I'll try something 3D in a bit. The goal is to make videos and have them look really good, but I would like to stream PlayStation 3 occasionally. I might use a PlayStation 4 controller just because I'm used to it more now. Somehow processed meats makes Homer stronger. I love the scaling effects in this game. I know if this came out on Sega Genesis, it would struggle with those things. Super Nintendo, I probably could pull it off. Maybe just a little bit lower res. This is how you play when you have unlimited quarters. Alright, which one is... there we go. I think that was 2 sound effects recycled. Alright, before we get carried away in this game, let's try something new. 1 second. Put to this, yes. I forgot I got the 2D version of Castle Illusion. That would be fun to play. The 3D version isn't too bad though. I don't even think I played that game that much. Talk about a back catalog. I'm looking at PlayStation 3 games I still need to play. Anyway, let's play Max Payne 3. And while this is loading, I will drink some of my coffee. Please don't be an update. It has been a while. Oh, thank goodness. So no update. Yeah, we're gonna start a new game because I forgot how to play. Um, we'll go somewhere in the middle. I'm guessing this is close to GTA. No. I know some people that play with inverted controls with first person shooters and stuff. I don't know how they do it. But to be fair, I used to have to do it back in the day before they had the controls
This place
standardized
is great.
for a controller.
Really comfortable. I'm just gonna get settled in. Time to move on. Get on with my life. Yes, absolutely. Now, like I said, it was a long time ago. Let it go. Seriously. Definitely more my style than Panama, or Hoboken, I guess. No, if I'm honest, I just got kind of bored of boozing. I mean, once in a while, but not all the time. You're right, it wasn't doing me any favors. Maybe I'd lost my self-respect, but it's back. I'm excited. Really. I really needed a new start. I think you're right. I think I am gonna like it here. It's certainly ain't New Jersey. It's my new life, just like you said. Listen, if you think I can still do a job, what have I got to lose? Apart from the weight. Very funny. Ha ha. Yes, that is a fake laugh, you jerk. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death. And I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister. I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. And what kind of town was this? One where I didn't speak the language and they didn't water down their drinks. So for now, we seemed to get along just fine. Of course, that was about to change.
Hey, brother.
Hey,
How's the cocktail?
it's scotch. I never mix my drinks.
Well, at least not on duty.
Something like that.
Man, that favela is big.
Yep. Nothing like the view of extreme poverty to make a penthouse cocktail party really swing.
I guess they call it trickle-down economics.
That's funny.
It's supposed to be a charity thing. Drink and give money. I don't know, something for the kids. Hey, listen, man. We better look lively. This place is a nightmare. They just got cowboys running security downstairs. Something rotten in the air.
That didn't mean much. There was always something rotten in the air. The family we were protecting were local celebrities, rich parasites with delusions of humanity. The kind of people who end up in glossy magazines or body bags, depending on how their luck runs. So where are they all? I see Rodrigo over there talking to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know him. That guy next to him. He's some kind of cop. I think, I'm not sure. Serious, though. Big end cop, anti-gang sort of thing. I can't remember his name.
So who's this guy?
That guy's a plastic surgeon or some kind of surgeon. Tummy tucks and cock implants. Ha! Look at Marcel. Still dances like a fool.
Guess that's what a European education and a coke habit will do for Ricky Martin look-alike.
That's very funny, Max. Oh, excuse me.
I was mostly working for Rodrigo Branco, a local businessman. Built things, did some charity, had things named after him, won awards, owned things, people. One of the trophies he had won was his wife, Fabiana. She was hot and wanted to be dangerous. Some good genes trying to fight their way out of a cesspit. She'd married well and was now at leisure to regret her good fortune. They got along as well as any rich workaholic and his younger airhead wife tend to get along. They mostly ignored each other. She spent a lot of time with his cokehead younger brother, Marcello. He was a good-time guy if your idea of a good time was an expensive suit, a bottle of champagne, and nothing between the ears. The middle brother, Victor, had just walked in. He was a local politician. Guy was smoother than an oil slick on an iceberg and about as toxic. The rest of the crowd, I didn't know, but I could imagine the types. People who know if they drink enough, they won't have to feel guilty about their good fortune. Suddenly, things turned real ugly. Felt like our hangovers arrived right on cue.
What the hell was that? I don't know what the fuck that was. Let's go.
Things had gone from fine to fucked up in about a second, and now there were two idiots at the wheel.
Clear. Got this floor?
Sure.
All right, look after yourself, bro. Stay safe.
It wasn't my own safety I was concerned about, trophy wife or not. I'd said I would protect the girl.
Alright, hopefully this will be less embarrassing than I think it'll be. talk on? I couldn't remember.
That was the boss lady. Only this time she wasn't calling for more vodka in her Cosmo.
Play the Max Payne theme song. I know he does in the older games. I can't remember. Yep, he does.
It wasn't the time.
Not
I
as
was
well,
still
though.
A little rusty.
Yeah.
But the tune was coming together.
Yeah, just gonna sober up
Just
a little
as
bit.
this new start of mine was about to come to a shuddering halt.
Alright, I hope they remind me how to do all
This
the bullet
hangover
time
might
stuff.
need some preventative medicine.
It's really impressive this was on the PlayStation 3, despite the frame rate being kind of wonky, but we've been spoiled over time. Sometimes you don't appreciate how far things have come until you go backwards. I would love for them to remaster this. I know they're remaking the first two games, well, Remedy is, and Rockstar's publishing it. Rockstar actually made this game as well as the writers of Grand Theft Auto, so it'd be nice if they included this and just maybe
She was out on
updated the graphics
and I hope
as far as resolution goes and maybe the frame rate. I would be happy with that, just to have a whole trilogy, not just Max Payne 1 and 2. I mean, if they wanted to do more, that'd be awesome, but I'm happy with just like a PC quality port of this game. See it in its full potential. I think this game holds up fairly well
it might have been
as far as the
stupidity,
mechanics, the
drunkenness,
gameplay, and the level
and
design.
growth. But before I knew it, I was back taking insane risks, trying to save fallen women.
It's like Sniper Elite.
Tranquila. Tranquila. Nós cuidamos disso.
Nice work. Hey, you need a hand?
No, you? Where the hell's Rodrigo?
I don't know, man. Thanks.
Somebody's gotta go find him.
I was always hoping they'd make a Max Payne 4, but I don't know what they would do now that the voice actor sadly passed away. Maybe have a different character in the same universe with the same
I
vibe.
imagine the elevator doors opening to a firing squad of muzzles.
Just feel like it's almost wrong to have someone else portray them, but you know, I could be wrong.
Stupid enough to pull this move.
Where's Bronco?
Alright, I forgot how to. There's one bullet time. Alright, and. Alright, yeah, there we go. How we reload circle, great. Fantastic. We're learning. Slowly, but you know, it counts.
Once Bronco was out the door, all bets were off. I had to keep moving.
And remember to push square for cover. It's not the most common button for cover anyway. This is gold. I must have got all the parts to this one. This is like running
Looked
off
like
of
they were
saves
taking
from
it out
like
through the
years
basement.
ago.
Maybe I still had a shot.
I went to the midnight launch of this game actually. I was really looking forward
I
to
had
this
to move
one.
quick, or Bronco's next charitable
Yeah,
donation
I
would be
got
to
it.
the war. Rodrigo was too rich a prize for them to throw away.
Talking
Sure, I'd
over
have to work
yourself
hard to
somehow.
get him back, but I knew the bad guys would want the boss alive, almost as much as I did.
Push the wrong button. I think he's dead. I think in this one you get like a shot you can take, and if you kill the person, it'll redo your health. If not, you gotta start from the beginning, but it's fine. I need to anyway. This isn't good. Instead of trying to be like a John Woo movie, maybe I should pick them off one at a time, considering I don't have enough bullets. Right, as much as we want to be hard-boiled, let's not. Just remember the controls. Don't push square by accident and get out of cover.
They weren't far ahead. Once I opened the door, I'd actually have to come up with a plan.
What kind of plan? My dog just looked up at me like she's anxiously awaiting the plan.
Dragging Bronco along would slow them down, but not much. The great thing about being famous as well as rich is the bad guys know who to kidnap. Another parking lot rattling with gunfire. Was I too late?
Is there a way to make this automatic?
Rodrigo! Stay down, Mr. Bronco!
You tried your best,
Mr. Bronco!
wherever you are.
You're okay. You're okay. Yeah. Come on, get up. Come on, get up. You're okay. Come with me. Just come. It's okay. Just lay right here.
I'd never get that trophy, or did this game get trophies after I finished it? So weird.
Você acha que tem o direito de matar as pessoas a sangue frio, Becker?
Cala a boca, cuzão. Continua.
Like I said though, I haven't played through this game since it first came out. I've occasionally picked it up here and there.
Chama uma ambulância!
Fuck.
You did good, Max.
You say so. Don't look so good.
Hey, what could be better, huh? The good guys are reunited, and the Commando Sombra are dead.
I guess. So who's this guy?
I don't know. Some kind of cop. Different branch of the police. Not UFE, but normal cops. I don't know about this stuff, politics. Everywhere politics. Shit, Max, you look kind of beat up. Let's get this lot home, and then I'll get you home too. Come on.
Back home, it was time for some R&R, the only way I knew how.
Max loves his Kong liquor. That's how you know it's working.
And with that, I guess I was ready for bed.
Next on Intervention.
A couple of days later, it was back to work. Ferrying the boss's broad and his dipshit of a brother out for the night so they could recover from their brush with mortality. Then again, what did I expect? These were the kind of people who went to nightclubs in helicopters. Fabiana had brought her sister along, presumably so she could show off just how rich and empty her life was. And boy, was she about to learn the meaning of rich and empty.
Max! Max! I was speaking to you! Sorry, what was that? Oh, I was saying we get to do a lot of scrapes, man.
Well, we're still here.
Hey!
Thanks to you, Max. I owe you my life.
Boom. It wasn't just him, huh, baby?
Oh, yes, Marcel. I'm sure you did a lot to save everyone. You were probably worried about getting blood on your stash.
Very funny.
Thank you, Max. I don't know what I would do without my sister.
Spend even more time doing something useful. You know she works in the favela.
She's the good sister. Oh, shut up. What did you hear, Faba? More bodies turned up where people went missing. It's horrifying.
Did someone say Buzz Q?
Hey.
I'm just kidding, but it is a cold town, man. Hey, here we are. Saúde. I love this place. E aí, Zé Carioca, palavra. I love this view. It's a real chill place to hang, you know? Do a little business, have some fun. I need it too. I've been working far too hard. Like a whore during Fleechy Weeky, as my roommate used to say. You like that, Max?
That's pretty funny.
Oh, look, it's Alfonso's little
Marcelo, Fabiana,
Oi.
it's been too long.
Você se lembra da minha irmã, Giovanna?
Claro que sim, Fabiana. I'm glad you are still with us. Come, I heard what happened. I've missed you. I would have called, but you know how it is. Didn't want it to bother you. Hey, Marcel, I think I might have an interesting investment for your brother.
Well, call him up, homie.
I haven't seen him for a while. Last week was Fashion Week. My God, Egypt, but so beautiful. You know Anastasia?
Oh, yeah, I know, Anna. second best. Why can't we sit over there, man?
I love you, but Claudio booked in advance.
Claudio? Fucking Claudio, he isn't even any good. If he were going to be in Barcelona, Milan, he couldn't even make it in Germany. Now he comes back here acts like fucking royalty.
I'll introduce you.
Nah, need precisa. Just give me a bottle of champagne, eh?
This kind of place made me want to puke. I needed a real drink to deal with the electronic music and the robotic people.
Fucking monkey from a fucking slum. He acts cool with me.
What's that?
Nothing. Say, Max, you're a man of the world. What do you fucking do it, man?
About what?
What do you do about life?
Look at me, I'm standing in a nightclub, listening to music I can't stand. I'm 5,000 miles from home, I'm armed, and I'm drinking. You don't want to listen to advice from me, amigo.
Oh, Max, I love you, man. You're fucking real, you know? Oh, shit. People. Fuck 'em. People get me wrong. I think I love a wrong woman. Oh, excuse me. Fabio! Fabio! Ah, my nigga, how are you? What you been, Mo? What you been?
Thank God he had left. A minute more of his drivel and I would have had to put a bullet in him myself. It soon turned out I wasn't the only one. Seen it coming, but that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. I just hoped I could get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time. I knew if I didn't get to the girls soon, they'd be leaving this place with either a price on their heads or a tag on their toes. The doors had been chained shut. I didn't need my Portuguese for Beginners phrase book to work out what was going on. The guy making the noise was the boss. He was sending them around to cut me off from the other side. And sure enough, a few seconds later, I had some company on the dance floor. Another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love the private exit. Figured this time I'd use the stairs. Poor bastard's name was Claudio. I found out later he was a pretty big shot soccer player for the Galatians, some nearly superstar just back from Europe. The usual. Scored goals, scored girls. The only box he'd be getting into now is the one he'd be leaving in. Time was a luxury I couldn't afford.
Hey, Sao Paulo's favorite bodyguard. How's it going, bro?
It's not good. Some guys took Giovanna and Fabiana.
What? Jesus, Max. Hey, I'm on my way.
No, stay in the chopper. We'll meet a way out of here. I'll go find the girls.
Got it. They came out there. They went that way into the lounge.
Come here.
Go.
Get up. You can't stay here. I need you to lock this door behind me. Get everybody else out of here. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. There was another delay I didn't need. This wasn't looking good. I'd almost lost the boss's wife once this week. Now I was giving them two for the price of one. all this unfinished business, and all I could think about was my unfinished scotch. Much as I like to indulge in self-reflection, this wasn't the time.
Chega! Que porra você tá fazendo? Como assim? Você tá com algum problema?
Whatever the hell they were arguing about, it was time for me to add my 2 cents.
Não deixa ele me pegar! Porra!
Para com isso, porra!
They were still alive, at least. This crew was starting to look a lot like friends of the gatecrashers at last week's party. These guys had some real issues with the Broncos. They were back to finish the job. I figured it was time to start doing mine.
Great start.
This wasn't the time to be second-guessing myself. I had to hurry or I'd lose them.
Está ali! Cala a boca, sua puta! Vamos!
They were headed for the helicopter pad. I had to get to the roof before Giovanna and Fabiana left on a one-way flight. I knew this was going to be a bad idea, but in the continued absence of any good ones, I decided to go with it. What a view. I guess my time in Sao Paulo wasn't quite the paid holiday in the sun I'd been promised. At least I was getting shot at by a middle-class psychopath. These guys weren't messing around. This place was like Baghdad with G-strings. A couple of more seconds and I'd have given some poor street cleaner a crappy start to his day. Now, I had a ride to catch.
Porra, pelo amor de Deus!
All I said! Come on! Jesus, Max, I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes! What the hell happened in there?
They jumped us! Same guys from the party, I think. They grabbed the girls, and Marcelo, but he's here now. Yeah, don't worry about me, homie. I'm just the guy paying you lots of money to protect me.
Yeah, but were you drinking?
Bet your ass I was. You try staying in there for 5 minutes sober. Oi, olha! Look, there they are! Come on, quick, get after them!
Are you crazy? We can't just leave her! Max, you gotta do something! Come on! Get the rifle back there!
worked so well before. What happened? Part of it was I was looking through something while I was looking at the cutscene, so I wasn't paying full attention. I'm glad it snaps on. Being colorblind, red isn't the easiest thing for me to see. Often when I play games that use laser diodes, I usually have to turn on a blue or something. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Dang it. Of course, it had to be a red background. At least the checkpoints aren't too bad. I plan to play more of this game. I gotta get used to it, because I know the later part of this game gets tough. Of course, if I seriously plan on playing it, the presentation will be better than this video. This is just the trial to see how everything is running. I probably want to do a proper video, make sure it's high enough resolution. This PS3 kind of has like a soft look to it. I think some of that might get lost in translation with YouTube at a low resolution, so I might upscale it so it looks a little bit better. What I mean by better is at least look how I'm seeing it. X is all about stunts today. Little action movie moment.
There was a goddamn army of these goons. Clearly, somebody wanted these girls bad. Or maybe they just assumed the Broncos security team consisted of more than a drunk American has-been and a Brazilian never-was who should have paid more attention in flying school. Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Okay, since we're testing things out, I'm gonna stop this game here and switch to Ghost in the Shell. And luckily, since I'm using OBS, I don't have to turn anything off, so you'll see me as I change it. But I want to see how PlayStation 1 games work. If you're ever curious, if you have a PlayStation 3, no matter what version you have, you can play PlayStation 1 games, as long as like they're compatible. So even if it doesn't have PlayStation 2 backwards compatibility, you can do PS1 games. It's always been that way. I guess it's easier to emulate, or they already have the chip. I don't know. But 1 second. Okay, thanks for being patient. Let's see how PlayStation 1 games go. This is Ghost in the Shell. It's actually made by the same people who made Jumping Flash. If you're not familiar with that, maybe you're familiar with Ghost in the Shell. I don't know if this is based off of the manga or the movie. I know it's not based off of the show because the actual look of the major looks closer to like the movie or the manga. So I think it's some hybrid, but they had animation scenes made just for this game. There's actually a game for PS2 called Standalone Complex, which is based on the show, and that one's actually really fun too. I have to find a way to be able to record PlayStation 2 games. I'm trying to do it natively without emulation since I have all these discs. That's why it kind of took a while to switch here because I actually have the physical disc. If you're ever so curious, which you probably aren't, but here we are. And again, it's really cool that they made animated scenes just for this game, and they actually had an art book just for this game. Ghost in the Shell is one of my favorite anime series. Love the movie, the TV shows, pretty much all forms. The only one I really didn't get into is the CGI one that was Netflix exclusive, but even that one wasn't too bad. I hope one day we get another proper Ghost in the Shell game. They came out with like a multiplayer first-person shooter one a few years ago. It was cool that they brought the voice actors back from the TV show. But I mean, it was just a generic first-person shooter. It wasn't like mission-based or anything. But Section 9 and everything, I feel like that makes the game practically on its own. Like, it shouldn't be too difficult. Even if it's generic, I'd be happy if it was with the characters. I don't even know how familiar with like people who watch contemporary anime now are familiar with Ghost in the Shell. Because a lot of what I like anime wise isn't the same. Because I grew up with different stuff. So in this one, you actually get to pilot one of the, what is it, Takahomas, as I think what they're called? Something like that, like one of the little spider robot things. They like actually talk, and like I guess they're AI based. But anyway, in the PS2 version, you actually play as the Major, although there are some missions. I think this one that you play as is special though. I don't think this follows the storyline of the movie or the manga as far as I know. I haven't actually played through the entire game. I get stuck on this one part with the bombs. Well, not stuck, get impatient. Get stuck with my impatience is probably more accurate. Definitely doable if I redid everything.
Spent the night trapped in a restroom. Poor babies.
This occurred 40 minutes ago.
Wait a minute. I've seen this building somewhere before.
Hey, ain't that the Megatech Body Corporation?
Yes, 18 people were severely injured when 50 grams of C6 were detonated. Some group calling itself the Human Liberation
Would
Front
love to
makes
see
this-
high-res versions of these
So they
cutscenes.
want to liberate us, huh?
Real terrorists.
This was not an amateur stunt. Their communique was released.
Hear that,
directly
Night
on
Dive
Twitter.
Studios? This should be your next project.
These are pros with hacking skills.
Were they traced?
The transmission originated from multiple locations in the Bay Area. That's where we're headed right now. The equipment is A4. We expect an ambush, so memorize the layout. It's a big mission.
I'm sure it's a trap. I've just got a feeling.
I'll bet you check under the bed at night before you go to sleep.
Bateau, look, see what I have.
See, they talk.
The new rookies game.
Apparently they have cat faces too.
Take them off, you moron.
They don't. They just happen to draw it that way for that scene.
Job and help the rookie.
I love how detailed the animation is. You don't really see, you didn't really see that level of detail in Western animation. This was like early Disney, and I think that animation wasn't necessarily detailed, it was more fluid.
The terrorists are definitely in the bay proximity. They're tracking us.
Any fix on their
Made me
command center?
sad when anime eventually went to CGI.
Set up in a warehouse.
Took a little bit longer though.
Roger.
The warehouse doors are secured and the building's made out of reinforced steel. The Fuchikomas won't be able to break through it.
You're kidding. How do we get in then? Ring the doorbell?
There are 4 key codes needed to enter the building. Take out the targets positioned along the outer perimeter in order to obtain the codes.
Roger and out.
I'm picking up a lot of dispersed light dead ahead, and judging by the heat emissions, it's a combat signature.
All units, prepare to engage.
I forgot how to control it. There you go. Can you run? Always love that sound when you watch. Figure out how to lock onto the controls here. We'll say on the TV this looks a little soft. I remember playing this on a CRT. It looked sharp to me, but maybe this is just highlighting all the flaws. But I'm also using a PlayStation 3 to component to HDMI it again to a capture card to finally my computer, so that could be an issue too. I don't think we're gonna make it. Some health would be nice. I don't even know what it looks like anymore. Oh well, if I have to do it again, it's not too bad. I just had to get used to what the controls were. Why can't he run forward? What if I hold both of them? There we go. I was like, I thought he could run. One bullet. No. I just sworn the major like scolds you after you die. Maybe it has to be after several times. I'm glad the PlayStation 1 games are working good. Let's try that one more time. This isn't a very long game. One of these days I'm gonna power through that defusing the bomb mission. It's kind of like that Turtles thing where you have to memorize on NES, where you have to memorize like where all those bombs are under the water and avoid all the electrical. I don't know what they are. Like it looks like just like seaweed and it's electrified. Alright, we already saw this. We don't need to see it again. Thank you though, you're helpful for letting me see it. Alright, let's try not to get blown up this time. If we can help it. I know we're rusty on all these old games. Not used to these lower frame rates, but we'll adjust. I always feel like the PlayStation 2, 3, and 1 generation is the hardest to get into. I feel like PlayStation 4 is when frame rates finally got steady. Although PS2 had a lot of high frame rates on simpler games, I will say. It's only like when they really pushed the hardware, especially later on. I don't think helicopter like that too much. You son of a bitch. This health? No, just a grenade. Thanks though. On to the next thing, whatever the next thing is. They have a little lens flare. That was pretty cool for back in the day. Right when I got the health, or at least I think I got health. I got shot at, of course. Luckily, this level isn't timed, unlike other levels, like the bomb one. Helicopters are kind of a pain. There we go. Shooting through the fence? I have no idea. Harder than it probably needed to be, but I don't know all the tricks of the controls yet. Hopefully it's going down. Yeah, good. Now know what that's for.
All units, someone from the enemy command's escaping. Check the marker.
Roger. Whoa, you're kidding. An underground sewage tunnel?
This is gonna be a problem. It's like a maze in there.
All units, I'm sending data on the sewer system. You'll have to split up and conduct a thorough search.
Roger. Bateau and I'll search the main tunnel. Togasa and the rookie can check out the...
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to pick a game and use the restroom. But everything's working good so far, so I at least now know that there won't be any issues in the future for recording and streaming, at least as far as the PlayStation 3 goes. Okay, we should be good. If there's any issues, again, please let me know. Watch, this will need an update or something. Surprisingly did not. That's convenient. I'm starting to run low on time, but I did want to try this out. It's been a requested game as well, so I was curious how it would look through this kind of hookup. So far, it's looking alright, and then worst comes to worst, I can adjust the color and the contrast in post. They were going to make a sequel to this, our third game in the series, but unfortunately EA canceled it, and I don't think it'll ever happen, and that's from the creator's mouth. He has like an Instagram account. They sell like merch and stuff on there. I'm gonna start a new game though. I hope this doesn't try to take me to the original game because I don't want to play that one. The PlayStation 3 version actually has both games. Yeah, we don't want to play Alice 1. This one controls like a first-person shooter. Yeah, the art style is a little bit different, judging from the screen. Yes, please. Thank you, though. Well, there you go. If you ever want to play the original, play the PlayStation 3 version. But I don't know how that works unless you get the physical copy. And I don't know if that was a limited thing with the print runs or whatever. I have no idea if these games are collectible or not. Hopefully when we pick continue, it'll give me an option to start a new game. Why are you making me watch all this? This is actually fairly close to the beginning of the game, but we'll see. Alice collects teeth. Okay, we're gonna fix this problem. I don't feel like fighting with the menu system. All right, hopefully everything will work now. Because if there's a way through the menu, I don't feel like figuring it out. Like I said, I have limited time. I just want to see what everything looks like. I will say I am surprised how many games I assumed ran at 30. Now that I'm used to 30 frames per second, kind of dips below, but you know, you get used to it. Oh, look, it says new game now. How about that? Verted, look. Are you crazy? What kind of monster do you think I am? Again, if I decide to play this game, I'll do it properly. I won't finagle with the menu and everything. The good thing about this is it's just a test to see how things work.
Makes me sick.
I am excited though. I'm able to capture all the stuff properly now.
You're floating again.
And if there's anything that runs at 60 frames per second, I can actually record it. Not that this game does. But I also can upscale things down to make it look a little bit better.
That memory, it's unproductive. Go to Wonderland.
I can't.
There's just a lot of options I didn't have when I started my channel, when I tried to record some of these videos. I think I originally recorded this game with like a 480i capture device.
No, Alice. Discard that delusion. Forget it. Go to Wonderland.
I'd rather not, Doctor. My Wonderland's shattered. It's dead to me.
Your preference doesn't signify, girl. Now, Alice, where are you?
I'm sailing with a friend. It's different somehow. Things have changed.
Change is good. It's the first link in the chain of forgetting.
What's happening? Are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Rabbit,
That's not right. What's he doing?
is something wrong?
Something wrong?
Don't struggle, Alice. Let the new one.
Corruption? It's killing me. Wonderland is destroyed. My mind is in ruins.
I remember playing this game and LA Noire back to back, which is kind of funny because I'm playing LA Noire right now. I've been trying to get through the remastered PlayStation 4 version.
Better now, aren't we?
My head's exploded and there's a steam hammer in my chest.
Even though this
Well, the
port had
consequence
some
of
graphical
killing me is
cutbacks, I
My
still think it
memories
looks
make me
really
vomit.
good.
What can I...
Remember other things.
I want to forget. Who would choose to be alone, imprisoned by their broken memories?
I'll set you free, Alice. Memory is a curse more often than a blessing.
So you've said many times, and...
And I will say again, the past must be paid for. Now, before our next session, collect those pills from our high street chemist.
If I remember correctly, this game had really cool looking hair physics. That's something for some reason that stands out in my mind.
It's my turn to forget, Alice.
That's a strange looking
Charlie.
child.
Your pa was hung for killing your ma who beat you.
Kid's
Let's
head looks like a
forget
half-eaten
that, shall we?
apple core.
The past is dead, Charlie.
What's wrong there?
Can't find the door.
Do something. Anything.
Shadow is kind of distracting how it rotates around.
Ollie pinched me small.
Worse than you. Wear bloomers.
Rutledge replaced your loose screws.
You didn't question things like that back then.
Not so I noticed, jackass.
This time.
I deserve my bitter tears. Want some?
I think this is a competent platforming game. I don't think it'll knock your socks off with innovation or anything like that, but I think the art design and the story is really interesting, and that's what elevates this game.
Years in the loony bin.
No, Ma, no relation. She's an orphan.
So this actually uses Unreal
Mr. Payne
Engine
had
3,
no idea how humble a home could be. If not for
which
my drawings
I
and
guess some
photographs.
things haven't changed because now most games currently use Unreal Engine 5.
Another day, a different dream, perhaps.
The same engine that the first Gears of War ran on. I think all of the Gears of War, matter of fact, on the original Xbox 360 ran on Unreal Engine 3. And it switched to 4 until Gears of War 4.
You like Boccherini, Missy? How about Paganini?
This game always kind of reminded me of like the claymation effects in like Coraline or something like that.
Don't be afraid.
Frame rate's kind of helping the stop motion look every once in a while, but it's not too bad. You just see it stutter every once in a while,
Now, where is that?
especially when you move the camera quickly. Even though some of these games are on PC and you can already see a better looking version, I think it's interesting to see these ports, how they render everything. It has a unique look.
Dark holes has become a habit.
And since most people capture like the best ports of things, you often don't see like the underdog ports. I didn't know Cthulhu was in this game.
My stars and garters, Alice Little. Slumming again, are we?
Those Jabberwocky nightmares again.
What luck. Twice in as many months.
Out on your own? You look frazzled, dearie. Not doing well?
Not really.
Come along home then and look at my pigeons. Pretty birds, like you.
I don't think so. Our last visit cost me several pounds and got me nowhere.
I might recall where your mangy rabbit got to. still a mess. No surprise. Her kin roasted like chestnuts right before her eyes. 10 years in Rutledge Asylum wasted everyone's time. Dr. Bumby won't do better. Still hauling out her questions. The fire, her memory. I deserve consideration, don't I? Who found her new clothes? Who got her a place at Bumby's? Where'd she be without me? On the streets, selling her backside. Like some pigeons, though. She's doled out the odd pound or two. But I know it's worth more than that. Kept her secret, haven't I? Heard her say, all died on my account, I couldn't save you. I've told her my silence is for sale. I'm a good sort, really. Not like her nanny, that uppity whore. Or that lawyer fellow Radcliffe took a stupid rabbit. Need money. Warned her I'd tell the coppers if she didn't make a donation to my upkeep. She yells and goes off her head. Does she can't remember her name, what I heard.
Well, that was uplifting.
Nurse Witness, do you mean to harm me? To
I
send me
like
back
how
to
the
asylum?
smoke coming out of the chimneys look. The little streaks in the sky.
First you could photograph.
Need a drink. One mouth needs one.
That one still needs the glasses to see.
Pretty birds, like you.
It's only a dream.
Always found that you collecting teeth in this game is really gross. Okay, can we lower a little bit faster? Guessing that's a no.
Very upsetting journey. But I'm rid of Priss, or whatever she's become. At least the place I've landed is somewhat familiar.
About time, too, Alice.
Blasted cat. Don't try to bully me. I'm very much on edge.
Perfect. When you're not on edge, you're taking up too much space.
You're no help at all.
But you know I can be.
I'll frighten myself. When necessary, thanks very much. I was hoping to escape from all that.
Abandon that hope. A new law reigns in this wonderland, Alice. It's very rough justice all round. We're at risk here. You be on your guard.
You're not gonna ask why there's blood in his teeth. This is better not to know. That's cool. The plants bloom when you walk past them. Recover this terrible memory.
You jump so well.
Yeah, this game has the hair physics. I'm seeing her hair now. Doesn't sound like much, but on PlayStation 3 and 360, you really didn't see the hair move too much. It's usually like stationary, like a helmet.
If you leap from that table again, Alice, I'll expire. You're 2 times too reckless, my girl.
They keep telling me. Little Jack. Did anybody play that game anymore? Even when I was a kid, I remember sometimes you get them in the gumball machine. You're like, what am I supposed to do with these things?
Amanita muscaria, Alice, is merely a stinky toadstool. A spongy consistency, but poisonous.
Well, it's a cough syrup river.
I've been down this road before. Good things in small packages?
Though lacking a bathing costume, a plunge in that pool is in order.
My God.
I'm
shrinking in this potion. Shall I disappear?
Almost. But the upside is that while smaller, you can see things that are nearly invisible to your bigger self.
Ah, I get it. Quite. Forests for the trees. Just the other way round. Short-sighted is more than a matter of perspective.
Okay, off we go.
Look how small she's become, all curled up. She's barely there.
What kind of memories does a syringe hold? This game reminds me of Psychonauts a little bit. I guess because of the drawing art style, it kind of reminds me of the fragments or whatever the holographic things are in the Psychonaut games that you collect. I finished the second night Psychonauts like last year or so, and I really enjoyed it. I hope they make a third one. But it took forever for them to make the second one, so who knows? Especially now that Microsoft owns Double Fine. I'm not sure if I ever noticed this guy before. He's just chilling there. Where do we go now? Can we go down? Looks like we can. Gotta get them teeth. Every time I talk, my dog's raising her head because she knows it's close to the time to go outside. So happy that this PlayStation 3 stuff's recording. At least know it works, so I can just tinker with the lighting and everything later. Now I can cover a lot more games. Be nice if you could just simply use the HDMI, because then I could get like a slightly better base and picture to work with, but you know, component isn't too bad. I can work with 720 and try to upscale it. Plus, even though like if you have like the PlayStation set to like 1080, or PlayStation 3 at least, most of the games run at 720.
The Vorpal blade is swift and keen and always ready for
So essentially, if I make a video, I can just upscale it to whatever resolution, and that should look close to however the PlayStation 3 looked like natively on anyone's TV who played it.
Really? That's a pity. One's certainly looking for you.
I got a knife. It's pretty ornate. I kind of feel bad that I have to use it. Never swung a knife and had it make a ding sound. Alright. Let me get that syringe
Like or
memory.
fight implies a permanent choice. But flight often just means putting off the fight to another day. Choose your battles wisely, Alice.
I think the teeth are like your currency. Probably shouldn't slack on collecting them. Especially the gold ones. I gotta plan what PlayStation 3 games I want to do when I do them. There's so many to choose from. I'm just glad there's more options. No, it's a creepy baby oil monster. I like that the slick still has a reflection to it.
Ugly, great, and evil in a single monstrosity.
A flower's purpose is simple and immutable. Human purpose is fickle, because it is a slave to memory. Memories must be strictly managed, Alice. Unproductive ones must be eliminated.
I've seen people wear like t-shirts from this franchise. I wonder if they even know what it's from. I think the average person doesn't. I don't know if we're gonna make this one. Why did it jump automatically? I hope this controller isn't glitching on me. Alright, now the jump button isn't working. That's not good. Luckily I have a backup controller. Oh, now it's working again. Maybe it's just a game glitch. Alright. Now it's not working again. Worked the first time. Alright, that's what I was supposed to do the whole time. And I didn't do it like an idiot.
It's you again, Alice. You may approach. Why would I do that? You want to eat me?
I'm not too concerned about the controllers. Considering they make third-party ones still to this day, and I have like 4 other PlayStation 3 controllers. One of them's bound to work.
I heard a few behind the house. Go fetch them for me.
but take care for the pests that block your way. Pepper them up if they do.
Right now I'm over the biggest obstacle, which is just
You're
getting all
just
this to work.
a girl to season them for me. You'll find that grinder serviceable.
Why not season your own pig parts?
Matter of priorities. My alabaster skin needs protection from the disgusting creatures running
It used to be
amok
like
amidst
this
the environs.
old Alice in Wonderland thing I used to watch back in the day. It had like Sammy Davis Jr., Sherman Hensley.
I certainly will.
Trying to think of other famous people. I just remember Sammy Davis Jr. mostly as the Calipito because I thought he was cool. But I remember watching it a lot. Like my grandmother had recorded it off a TV. I don't even know like what it's officially called. Because I'm sure it probably has a specific name. If I do another video of this, I'll try to look it up beforehand so I actually have the facts. But I just remember being super nostalgic about it. And I think they incorporate it through the looking glass on it too, if I remember correctly. Because it was like a two-part thing. Stained glass mushrooms, very nice. Love the tile work. Alright, so these are like nuts and bolt mosquitoes or dragonflies. I don't know what they are. I'm not familiar with this area's environment. It looks like something that you should stab. Apparently it's not. Let me destroy your little gauntlet spawn horde pile or whatever you want to call it. Wizard keeps eating the food. Right, where's the other thing I need to shoot? Well, well, well. You know how I'm more than happy to shoot some pepper at some bolts for them teeth. Alright. My, how the tables have turned. I'm now officially a dentist. I get it if the pepper makes him sneeze. How clever. Does this have a free aim mode? Yeah. These three aim modes for whatever reason. The pushing the right stick in. I don't know why it chose that all the options. But I'm glad it's not usually a thing anymore. Alright, Mr. Snow. That's who you really are. Let's go in here, and we're probably gonna have to call it a day before we take the dog out. I'll probably be on later, but I'll be streaming probably PlayStation 5, but maybe this weekend I'll do more of this. I also want to make proper videos so this actually looks good. I'll have to look back. On my phone it looks fine, but I need to look at my TV where it's a little bit bigger, how it's turning out, and adjust everything accordingly. But I am excited. I now have another thing I can stream properly. Because when I upgraded equipment, I was really bummed I couldn't do PlayStation 3 games. Because my library of those is pretty large as well. I can cover a lot of things. Plus, not a lot of people seem to know how to record PlayStation 3 because it's a little bit weird without doing some research. So, you know, it's another way to bring traffic to my channel. Not that my channel will ever be super successful, but it's nice to find more like-minded people that enjoy the same things to hang out with. Yada, yada, yada. I picked the perfect time to stream this, though. Like, my chat's pretty much just the stuff that I started out with. We walk on by chance. You had no idea I brought a pepper grinder with me. Alright, I realized how stupid that sounded out loud. You like that, huh? Kind of funny how this game makes me think of LA Noire, because I was playing at the same time. I'm looking at this oil slick doll that's creepy as hell, and I'm thinking about LA Noire. I do find it funny that I didn't plan this. I'm playing like LA Noire actually at the same time, just the PS4 version. Keep an ear out for a snout. Listening. There he is. So adorable. Pigs can't fly, but their snouts certainly can, apparently. Which way do I go here? Right, there's an invisible wall, so we can't go there, and there's no little hole I can shrink down to go through. Alright. Forgot she... Might as well get this shovel down here. my Mario shaking sound. I feel like there's a snout I need to find, but I don't know where it is. Or I could just make the platform the first time.
Finish your soup, girls. Bovine juveniles gave their all for it.
Curl, like rolled up versions of Rainbow Bright socks. What on earth? I see. It looks pretty cool. Here we go. Yeah, I want that gold tooth. Are you nuts? How could I not? You know how I'm addicted to those things? Oh shit, now I gotta jump this one. And there's no bottom. Let me get my heart to break real quick. That looks really cool. What do those things remind me of? Those little oils, like things that kill you. They're like, they look like leeches in Out of This World or Another World. I think now it's called Another World everywhere. But here in North America, when it first came out, it was called Out of This World. But I bought it on the PlayStation store like a few years ago. They went back to Another World. So it's probably like a rights issue where they couldn't name it the same thing back in the day. That was a dick move. I have to face the pepper grinder. You wanted to play. We play. Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay, as much as I'd like to continue playing and experimenting, I'm gonna have to stop here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you watch this in the future, thank you for watching this in the future. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it's so random. This is like the first time I've had time to really test this out, especially with streaming, but everything's looking promising. If there's PlayStation 3 games that you could think of that you would like to see, please let me know to give me an idea of what to focus on, because there's a good chance that I might actually have those games, and I'll do those first if they sound cool. But anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope to talk to you on the next video, and I hope you're all doing fantastic. Take care. Bye.